Hi, I'm Lynn. Welcome back to Cooking with Lynn. Cooking again for the Cumberland Library, and I'm baking something today for the holidays. This is called Christmas Crack or Christmas Toffee. I guess it's got a bunch of different names, but we call it Christmas Crack. It's absolutely delicious, super easy, and kind of fun to make. And it's good, like if you have a last minute gift you have to give. It's only got a few ingredients. You need to throw something together. You can throw it in a tin or a cute Christmas plate and just give it away to somebody. Gift for the mailman, the teacher, whoever. So I'm going to get started. I'll show you what you need first. It is saltine crackers. You may have even eaten this and didn't even realize what it was, because you would never imagine it has saltine crackers in it, but it does. Brown sugar, butter, and chocolate, and really, like, that is it. So you may even have those things in the house, and you can do this real quick and easy. So first thing you're going to do is line your so I got a cookie sheet with parchment on it. You can use foil, and I'm actually gonna always careful about stuff sticking, so I'm gonna spray it, even though parchment, it shouldn't stick, but it might. And I'm going to just line these up. They're a little bit difficult because the parchment doesn't want to stay down, but it will when we pour the mixture over it. So it's 40 crackers, but I don't even think I'm going to count. I'm just going to line the sheet. It's going to be uncooperative. So you know what? We're going to go to plan B. I'm going to get some foil. I'm going to use foil. Should have known. Parchment, when it comes out of the roll like that, it often is fussy and doesn't want to lay flat. So let's just cut our losses here and use foil. Always go with that. Alright, that's going to be better. Alright. Start over. Crackers down. They lay flatter that way. Gotta be flexible. Doesn't matter if they break, it doesn't matter if they're in pieces, they're gonna get covered with all kinds of good stuff and nobody's gonna know. So we're just gonna keep doing this. And you could obviously, once you know what you're doing here, you can make multiple trays of this. When you see how good it is, you're gonna want to, because you're gonna want to keep some for yourself. We're going to put this out on our dessert table at Christmas. Most of us have had it, and everybody will go crazy over it because it's so good. Especially if you like that salty sweet thing, that taste of salty and sweet together. It's amazing. You do want them kind of touching, because it's something that you're going to break apart after, so you want them all sort of together. I'm not counting. I don't know if this is 40, probably more than 40. It says one sleeve in the recipe that I saw, so I don't know. I'm going to open the second one because I'm going to finish that off. I'm not going to worry about this side though. I'm just going to make sure they're all touching, and there. Just finish that row off there. I had some technical difficulties, but my son is here, and he's a techie, so he was able to get me going. Let's substitute this broken one, just because it's not whole, and go on here. So let's just, all right, you're not even going to see it. It's all going to be covered. Nevertheless, make sure they're touching again, and then let's get started on the second part, which is a cup of butter, which is 2 sticks. And I'm going to cut it up a little bit so that it melts faster. And just cut it up a little bit, just so it melts faster. You can have the kids help you with this. They can line the crackers up for you and help you spread out the chocolate after. Always fun to bake with the kids. They always want to help. So we're going to get that butter in there. Messy. and get it melting. And then we're going to get a cup of brown sugar in there. Move that. Got my brown sugar. I'm going to let it melt first. So there's lots of things, like I said, with this you can give it away. It's a good dessert. It's, you know, super addictive. So once you start eating it, you won't want to stop, and everybody will want to know how you made it. And the other thing that you can do is make it look festive. I've got some red and green sprinkles here I'm going to put over it. You can put chopped nuts over it, or sprinkles, anything to make it look festive, or you can just leave it. It's not necessary to do much of anything. All right, let's get, this is going to work. It's melting pretty quickly. So we'll get that going. And we can get that in there. Cup of brown sugar, packed pretty tightly. And stir it around. I don't know if you can see. It's butter and sugar. Don't get any easier than that. Get it melting. Not terribly exciting to watch butter and sugar melt, so I'm going to pause and be back. Hi, we're back. I've got my caramel sauce all done. So what I did was I boiled it for 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes, but it darkens a little bit, so you want it to look like caramel. And I put a little pinch of salt in there because everybody likes that salty, sweet, that salted caramel flavor. And if you want, you could put a teaspoon of vanilla in there after you take it off the heat, but I'm not going to. I said it was minimal ingredients, and that's what we're going with. So now we're just going to pour it over. Get it all over all the crackers. Make sure you hit them all. Can you see what I'm doing? Yep. It smells so good. Butter and sugar, what's better? Nothing. Butter, sugar, and chocolate. That's what we're going to add to this next. Get it all out of there. And we're going to just take a spatula, something, whatever you got, and just spread it out. Try to get it over all the crackers, and try to get it while it's still hot, so it makes, you know, doesn't, because it will cool pretty quickly and start to harden. So you want to get it spread while it's hot. Get it all in the corners. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's already starting to cool. Kind of crazy. But anyway, it's all good. Just spread it. You probably take some kind of like a pastry brush. I don't know if that would be better, just to get it over to the edges, but I'm not worrying about it. Whoops. I want to get it in the oven. It's at 350. I'm putting it in there for 5 minutes, and then I'll show you what to do next. Ooh, ouch, that's hot. See you in a minute. Well, I'm back. A technical difficulty. Hopefully this is all going to work out. This is out of the oven. It's been in there for 5 minutes, and they somehow swam away from each other, but I'm going to straighten them out. It's very hot, so be careful, and I'm going to pour the chocolate chips over. And I'm going to shut the oven off. But I'm going to put this back in and let the chocolate melt, and then I'm going to spread it over. Stick that all on there. You don't have to use, you can use an equivalent amount of chocolate, any kind. I'm just going to get that back in. And just let it melt. Shouldn't take very long because the caramel's hot. And we'll keep an eye on it. Just keep this. Not going to take long at all. I'm just going to spread it over, and we'll decorate it a little bit. And you want to, if you're going to put sprinkles or whatever on it, you want to do it while the chocolate is still loose and wet, whatever, melty. What am I trying to say? The brain doesn't function that well when there's so much going on, you know, sometimes. You know how that is. So let's check. Yeah, we're getting there. You start to see the chocolate chips getting real shiny. You just want to grab, like, I'm going to use my offset spatula and spread it out. It's going to cool on the counter for a little while, and then it'll go in the fridge. You don't want to put it in the fridge super hot. It's going to go in the fridge overnight preferably, but you know, for several hours anyway, before because you want it to be hard. You want to be able to crack it. You can cut it into squares, but we just kind of crack it and let it go in whatever way it wants to go, and it doesn't make any difference because it's delicious either way. Let's check this out. Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah. All right, so let's spread that. So yeah, just the chocolate just needs to be spreadable. Let's get that all everywhere. Doesn't have to look perfect. Not gonna, but it doesn't matter because once you crack it all up, it's delicious. Get it all as far to the edges as you can. Evenly. So that was a bag of chocolate chips minus the ones I ate. So probably a quarter cup, if I'm being honest. And that is it. I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of these cute little Christmassy things on top. I'm not gonna do the whole thing. Somebody might want it without them. I mean, they're candy, obviously edible, but we'll just do half. And you could do nuts if you wanted, or whatever you want. Make it look festive. And that's pretty much it. Christmas crack. We'll come back and show you the breaking apart part. All right, so we'll see you in a little bit. Hi, welcome back. It's the next day, and my Christmas crack has been in the refrigerator overnight. And it's nice and hard and cold. Doesn't need to stay cold. I just want to put it in the fridge to get it cold so that everything hardens up nice. And I'm just going to break it apart. And you can cut it if you want to get, you know, a little bit more, I don't know, precise about it. Uh-oh, broke. I'm going to eat it. But I'm just going to pull it away from the foil and just break it into pieces. I'm just going to put it on a tray. You can give this away or have it for dessert. It's really hard. Anyway, keep breaking it. Use a knife to kind of break it apart if you want. Just using my hands. And you're going to eat some on the way. It's so good. Yummy. So cut it up or break it up any way you want and enjoy, and give it away as a gift or eat it up yourself. See you soon.